While plans for the renovations of the old post office have just begun, the construction of multiple projects throughout Cedar Falls are coming to a close. Such projects include West Viking Road, Cedar Heights Drive, and the Mayor's Bridge. West Viking Road has been under construction since the summer. The reconstruction to this roadway was in anticipation for a future road project for the intersection of Viking Road and Highway 58.
What we wanted to do is upgrade. That was the only portion of Viking Road that was still 2-lane, and we wanted to upgrade that in 4-lane, so when Viking Road and Highway 58 get closed down, we have adequate egress and ingress into the industrial park.
Also being done to that area is creating an underpass for the trails running in that area. This underpass will look very similar to the one nearing completion under Green Hill Road. Currently, much of the underground work is being done with the utilities. There's also constructing the trail portion of the project, which is anticipated to be completed very soon. The entire project is estimated to be finished by mid-November. The West Viking Road construction project is being paid for through the Industrial Park TIF District, which is now called the Unified TIF District. A construction project that has been in the works for a couple years now is Cedar Heights. Over the last 2 years, the city has been reconstructing Cedar Heights from Green Hill Road up to University Avenue. Last year, they completed half of the area and are hoping to complete the second half this year. The first phase of this year's half has been completed and open. Construction has now switched over to the road from Orchard Drive to University Avenue. Currently, much underground work is being done in that area, and they hope to finish that and the paving within the next couple of weeks, weather permitting. This construction project was funded by the local option sales tax. This tax is a 1-cent sales tax that the communities and metropolitan areas impose on themselves and on the goods and services that are sold within these communities.
That local option sales tax is then used strictly in the city of Cedar Falls, is strictly used for the construction of roads and any related infrastructure, any related expenses to construct city streets.
Recently, a developer and some property owners approached the city about annexing around 100 acres of farm ground and looking at putting single-family residential homes in there, creating a new neighborhood in Cedar Falls. Right now, the city is going through the process to annex the area into the city limits and the corporate boundaries. There is a public hearing scheduled for November 25th on this annexation. If the City Council approves the annexation, then it would go into the City Development Board to determine if the actual annexation takes place. This area is just west of city limits and north of Viking Road. And finally, one of the most anticipated construction projects the citizens of Cedar Falls have been anticipating will be completed this month and open for public use. This project is a recreational trail safety improvement project, but to many, it's known as Mayor's Bridge. This project was created back in 2005 with the Highway 58 Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety Study. The Highway 58 Recreational Trail Safety Improvement Project was made in order to improve pedestrian safety by providing grade separating crossings for Highway 58 and Green Hill Road. These crossings will allow pedestrians to travel freely and safely over Highway 58 and under Green Hill Road without having to navigate through the intersection. The funding for this project was thanks to a highway transportation bill called Safety Lou through the federal government. This federal bill paid for 80% of the funding, and the city of Cedar Falls paid for the other 20%, with the total contract price of the project being $2.7 million. All that is left for both the bridge and the underpass is minor things. The workers are doing some internal fencing, installing handrails, and finishing landscaping for the bridge. Over by the tunnel, Green Hill Road is now fully open after being reduced down to 1 lane in each direction for so long. Also, they will be putting in the signs and plaques soon. There will be 2 limestone signs put up that you can see as you approach the bridge that will say Mayor's Pedestrian Bridge. For those who don't know, it was named that in honor of the 3 mayors that have been in office during the last 30 years who have worked with the Department of Transportation and federal legislators. This relationship allowed the city to get some work done around Cedar Falls, including much of the trail system and the pedestrian bridge. These are not the only signs to be put up around the bridge, however.
But then there's also some bronze plaques right on the trail that'll explain, it'll have kind of explain that relationship with the mayors and the DOT and where the funding came from this, from our congressional delegation that was in Washington, D.C. at the time.
There will be a dedication ceremony for the Recreational Trail Safety Improvement Project on Friday, October 25th at 3 p.m. at the new Mayor's Bridge. Those who come out to the ceremony will even get to see the past and present Cedar Falls mayors behind the naming of the bridge. To keep up to date with all road construction projects, go to cedarfalls.com and click the Notify Me link located on the right side of the webpage. From there, follow the directions to receive emails or texts from the city for whenever road construction is happening in the community.